Good evening, and welcome to this edition of Carson's making a video log for his hopefully future employer. My name, Carson Kaufman. You have the job I want, and this is a video that's going to hopefully help me get it. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to first give a little disclaimer that it's going to be hard for me to either focus on me talking on the screen or that video camera, which is on my screen. So if my eye contact jumps or moves throughout the video between the camera and myself on the screen, please forgive me. It's kind of weird to do a video where you can see yourself. But on to the main point. I'm a fresh graduate from the University of Vermont. I'm 22 years old. I graduated in economics with a minor in business administration. I studied Chinese for 2 years and did a business study abroad course in China. Now, I tell you this because you mentioned you had some analytics and some administrative work that would need to be done on the side of the event setting up. Employee hours, tracking events, analyzing events, things like that. And I wanted to let you know that first and foremost, I'm an economist and that I'd be good at that. You know, taking numbers, saying, okay, well, if we set the event up X way at X time, how does that differ from Y at Y time in terms of what in terms of overall turnout? And so right off the bat, I'd like to say that I would excel in that. Not only economics, but because I have a business minor, I really am always business oriented, and I would really like to get the chance to get my hands dirty and really be part of an event which would show me direct results from my actions. And I think this is a great opportunity to indulge in some of those desires I have to get my hands dirty. So with that in mind, I'll go ahead and move on. I'm excellent with people. I am obviously not as fluid talking to this computer as you see, but I'm excellent with people. I have great interpersonal skills. I like to think I have a great smile. I like to think I have a great smile. I really project my voice when I'm not sitting, in my house, which I have landlords above me. I'm great with controlling a crowd. I know you mentioned MC experience, but it's been my experience that most MCs I've seen ruin the show. You don't want an MC that's like overhyping your show. You want the show to speak for itself. So as much as, yes, I would be in the trenches hyping up the crowd and promoting these shows, I would definitely be doing it in a strategic way that wouldn't be overfilling the crowd's ears with too much hype, with overhype. Because if there's one thing that I definitely have gotten turned off at events with hype guys is too much hype. You're like, listen, shh. So although I don't have any professional MC experience, I do have pretty good experience talking with crowds, big groups of people. I did speech and debate, and I'm just excellent handling personal interactions as well. So I'm great with people. Actually, I'll tell you a quick story about how great I am with people. My last conference that I worked, I'm currently working with a temp agency in between jobs, and the last conference that I worked was a JP Morgan banking conference. Well, I was doing registration the first night, and after I was finished, my boss, Andrew, came up to me and said, Carson, listen, you're totally being professional, but these bankers don't necessarily have a sense of humor because they're bankers. So if you don't really need to be as cordial or as nice to them as you are. And I was like, oh, pardon me, I didn't realize that I could be, too nice. But I guess in terms of JP Morgan and, the bankers and the banking industry, you just gotta leave your humor at home. Leave your humor at home. So that's the lesson I learned. But humor is a pretty big part of my life, and I really enjoy making people laugh and interacting with people. So I've said that at least 15 times already. So that's pretty much me in a nutshell. In terms of technology, I'm very fluent with technology. I have quite a few electronic devices here at my house that I use to make music and sound effects. As you saw earlier, if I made a bad joke, I was going to go ahead and right? So that's that guy. I like to play keyboard, and I just really love San Francisco. It's just got a great vibe. So these are the main reasons. Oh, technology. Let me just finish with that. I've got all this cool stuff at my house, but how does that translate into what we're doing? Well, although I can make funny noises on my computer, I can also set PlayStation 3s up. I can also network PlayStation 3s to the internet, set up AV system, or pardon me, PA systems, mixers, mics, preamps. Familiar with XLR cables, all that good jazz. You could say, okay, here's a PA system, Carson. Would you set this up? And I would be like, oh, absolutely, sir. I would love to. So I am totally proficient with PAs, setting up audio-visual stuff, things like that. If there's some really specialized technology, I might, need some quick debriefing. But other than that, I would say I'm very fluent with technology. So it's for all these reasons, and the fact that I did this nice video log. I would have been much more creative with my video, but it's hard when your computer, which encompasses your camera, sits on your desk. I'm not gonna go, carrying that outside with a little portable battery pack and being like, "Hey, look at this crazy adventure." Although I do love crazy adventures, it's just not what I'm gonna do with my brand new computer. So I thought I'd bring a little of my personality into it, give you a little bit of the Carson smile, and hope that this sells you enough where we can come in and meet face to face, where I'm not making these semi-awkward glances between the camera and the keyboard, and where we can really make some exchanges face to face, because I think that this is an excellent opportunity for the both of us. So I've included my resume. You can find a letter of recommendation on me on LinkedIn. And here is my verbal telephone number, even though I will give that to you in my other information as well. 802-999-3446. Thanks, and I hope you have a great day.